30-day challenge. Oh, now I'm live. Hello and welcome to this 30-day challenge. Today is day 19. We're nearing the home stretch. Today is all about, do you need to be pushy in order to have success in your business, in life, and then especially in sales? So if you're watching this series, you're probably a holistic business, a life coach, energy healer, tarot card reader, EFT practitioner. And if you're not, great, you're welcome to come and get all the juiciness and tidbits, but this really is about expansion and specifically expanding your visibility online or expanding your visibility in terms of your business and your practice and all the people that you want to be reaching in the world with that work. And so the whole series and all of my work and everything that I do is to help you clear what's in the way to be able to do that with ease and with joy and with magic. So if you're just tuning in on this video, welcome. If you've been here for the whole series, obviously welcome. I hope you've been doing the little bits of homework that I've given, and most importantly, doing the energy clearing questions, energy clearing statements, so that you're feeling more light, more joyous, more ease, more flow here on day 19 than you were on day 1. So I'd love to hear in the comments below, are you noticing the shift? I really hope that you are. I mean, I've received a lot of emails, but sometimes people don't want to send a private email or a private Facebook message. So if you'd rather comment below, then let me know. What shifts are you noticing? What are you having more ease and joy with? What's working really well? So for example, I just heard from Dawn, who's been watching these videos, and she's also in one of my private classes, and she's been practicing the pulling, the energy pulling. And she shared a really specific example. Be right back. Oh, at home business, forgot to unplug the phone, and we're back. So she shared about a very specific example that happened the other day where she was having a really pain in the ass client who wasn't, just a pain in the ass. She did energy pulling. And when she did energy pulling, this client all of a sudden, magically, miraculously, paid up, dropped off the check, and stopped being a pain in the butt. So now Dawn is just excited and just can't wait to see all the applications of energy pulling and to see what happens as she uses that everywhere, as she allows more ease into her life. And so that's a perfect kind of little shameless plug of the work that I do, but also the potential of it. And it's on point for today's topic, because do you really have to be pushy? Do you have to be pushy to have success in business? Because we've been taught by most business mentors and gurus, by most coaches, by most seminars, by most workshops, that we've got to hustle. We have to grind, we've got to push, we've got to make it happen. You've got to have your highest priority actions for the day. You've got to know your values and then only act in alignment with those values. And how you do anything is how you do everything. And all these really heavy statements and beliefs and stories that are really just those. They're just stories. They're not necessarily true. Because if that was true, why do we see so many people having success with ease? And they're being easily successful. And they're not trying so hard. And then there's the other side of that. We see in this Instagram life, or I think people call it the IG life, where people are trying to show just the ease and none of the hard work. And then the recoil of that has been showing all the hard work and none of the ease. So where's your truth in all of that? Where is your energy in all that? Where's your energetic alignment in all that? How much ease do you want? How much ease do you believe you can have? How much do you believe you have to push? When do you want to push? When do you not want to push? So for example, I might push a little bit in the morning to get me to start work at 9 a.m. when it's time to start work. I can fuss and futz around and do little email things and get lost in family things and paperwork things. So I push a little bit. I do a little bit of push. I'm like, no, it's 9 o'clock, time to start work. That's a great time to use a bit of push. In a client call, either with a current client or a potential client who's doing one of my free Clear What's in the Way sessions, there's zero push, ever. There is never any push at all, even a little bit. Lauren just came online and says, "Hi, Will, apparently I'm all about you today, watching other of your videos a little while ago, lol." Okay, great. Well, Lauren, love to have you here. So with a client, and especially in sales, and especially in anything that is truly important in my business, there is zero push. There is only pull. Because as soon as I get into push, one, I'm believing that I know what's best for that client better than they do. Two, I'm stepping out of my own energetic, actually that's the most important for me, really, we don't have to talk about anything else. I'm stepping out of my own energetic alignment. That's all that I care about. That is my number one thing. I'm not willing to step out of my energetic alignment for anything. And when it happens, because it does, because I'm still human, I really look at that and I shift whatever I have to. How? Oh, someone didn't like that. Okay, all the ways you are making your reality a black and white, 100% all in or nothing in reality, where there's no room for mistakes. Wow. Would you be willing to destroy that at the point of creation? Ooh, ow, 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 ow. And I think there's a little bit for me on that as well, because I see, even as I share that out loud, there's an area in my life where I've stepped out of energetic alignment. And then here I am talking about the importance of it. But at the same time, I'm allowed to grow. I'm allowed to make mistakes. I'm allowed to fumble along in my own way. And so are you. The belief that you're... oh my God. The belief that if you make mistakes, especially in business, you have no right being in business. You're lying and you're an imposter and a fraud. Ow. Would you be willing to destroy that at the point of creation? Oh. This video just took a dynamic turn. Imposter syndrome, feeling like a fraud. So yeah, I've got this area of my life where I am not in energetic alignment. And I don't care. I no longer subscribe to the story that how I do anything is how I do everything. That story it's a judgment. Because that means anytime I make a mistake, well, how you do anything is how you do everything. If I have one moment of being an asshole, as I was this morning on the phone with one of my best friends, I was an asshole for a minute, and she called me on it, and then I had the ability to say, "Yeah, I'm sorry, I was just a total asshole right there." That would mean I'm always an asshole. That's just not true. Just when you apply common sense, that doesn't make any sense. So all the ways that you've adopted that story and have been living from that story, but only taking the failures and the loserdom and the asshole moments or the bitch moments and deciding that and concluding that that must be who you really are. Because how you do anything is how you do everything. Would you be willing to destroy that at the point of creation? This video is going in directions I didn't expect. But this all applies perfectly to the pushiness. Because let's say you were pushy once in a sales conversation. But that's not you. That's not who you know yourself to be or who you want to be. But you've been told how you do anything is how you do everything. And if that's a new phrase for you, you might have been told that, but in different words. So don't get too hung up on those specific words. But you beat yourself up. You feel a bit of shame or you feel a bit of guilt. And anytime that we feel shame or guilt, we tend to stick ourselves in that moment in time. And then we make that the truth or the reality of who we are. So you made a stupid mistake once when you were 15 and you're experiencing shame and guilt about it. You take that on as a label and an identity, and then you get stuck in that. Well, the same can happen with sales. When you first get into sales and you do it terribly, because almost all of us do, because we forget that we've been selling since we were little kids. My 2.5-year-old is the most brilliant salesperson in the world. I just want to give her everything, even though it's preposterous and ridiculous. She just has such confidence and such joy and lightness when she when she clarifies that that is what is going to happen, that she's going to get more apple juice, it's already done in her mind. She's the best salesman in the world, and I want to give everything to her, saleswoman, sorry, and I want to give everything to her. So we all actually know how to sell, but then we make it weird because we learn weird, etc., etc. So then you do it terribly when you first get into a sales position, either for your business or someone else's, and then you stick yourself because of judgment in that place. Ow. Yeah. Now there's something in my eye. Oh, all the ways, the belief that if you see what I'm pointing to in this video, you will change into a pushy, gross, disgusting salesperson. Ow. Would you be willing to destroy that at the point of creation? The belief that sales can only be manipulation and pushiness, that there's no other way that sales can be. Who did you get that from? Who did you pick that up from? Who does that belong to? And would you be willing to return that to sender with love and consciousness attached? Oh, that's better. For all of you that are willing and did that, thank you, because the energy just got way lighter, about 10 times lighter. And now let's apply that to your business as a whole, especially if you're a holistic business. When is it time to push? When is it time to not? Well, I mentioned earlier, me starting work at 9 o'clock, I use a little bit of push because I can dilly-dally, I can futz around and not do the most important thing for my day first. And I know how much better I feel when I do my most important thing first. So I use a little bit of push there. But when it comes to, for example, a new belief that I'm creating, a new story that I'm living into, and I'm not going to read it now, my sheet's over there. But as I'm doing that, I don't do it as a forceful pushing affirmation. I don't really do affirmations anymore from that understanding, because then I'm trying to force the universe, I'm trying to force reality to be what I think it should be. That leads to pushiness. Well, that is pushiness, and I have no interest in that. So instead, I read it, and I be it, and you could say feel it, but I pull that energy into me. I pull that energy into who I'm being. And then I'll check, am I aligned with that, or am I misaligned with that? If I'm aligned with it, great. I just revel in that. I just enjoy the juiciness of it. Great, it's on its way. Thank you so much. If I'm not aligned with it, I don't push. I don't try to push it through or force it through or say like, no, this is what I decided is going to be my belief. I'm going to have, like, let's say the affirmation is money comes to me easily with joy, or all the money I ever need always shows up, or whatever. All the clients I ever need always show up, or whatever that is. Something like that. Let's say that's it. And I say, okay, that's going to be my belief. I want that as my belief. But I use push. It's not going to work. My brain's there. It's not going away. It's just going to say, no, you're wrong. You're lying. So instead, I look for energetic alignment, spiritual clarity. And when I'm clear about it, now it's actually on its way. How do I do that? I've shared about this before. I clear the specific beliefs or stories that are in the way, and if I don't see them, I talk to my good friend, I talk to my energy guy, we clear those beliefs, and that's the work that I do with clients as well. Live a really great life. I do my meditation every morning, my yoga, I go for a walk, I be present with my daughter and my wife. I have a great life. And then 3, I practice energy pulling. And I'm not going to talk about those in detail because I talked about them in a previous video, but that's how I know when I'm doing those consistently. And then I look at my affirmations, my beliefs, my stories, whatever you want to call it. Now I can feel if I'm in alignment or not. So when I read this one this morning, I went, I'm not in alignment anymore. I'm totally out of alignment. Now, if I'd already been pushy on a sales conversation with someone, if I'd already been pushy with a client, if I'd already been pushy with myself all morning to get me to do all the things I don't want to do, but I should do it and all that stuff, I never would have caught that. And that's how I spent a decade of my life, not knowing the difference between pushing and pulling. Not knowing the difference between a push energy and a pull energy. So as I shared earlier about Dawn, my client who just has been really using this, and she noticed that she was pushing with this client that was being a total dick, and then she started pulling energy, and that client stopped being a dick, showed up with a check and paid her. She's getting into that flow. So I invite you into that flow as well. So the belief that you have to push. Ooh, it's a good one. Someone's clearing. The belief that you have to push in order to get what you want. Would you be willing to destroy that at the point of creation? Whew. If this is for the people who are live, if this is making sense, please write down below like, oh my God, totally on point, or actually, Will, you kind of lost me, or yeah, this came up the other day, and share with me an example, or yeah, that's why I don't do sales, because I just feel icky and gross and pushy and I don't like it. I would love for you to share in the comments below, and maybe we could even do a little bit of clearing live here with someone just through your typing. I can clear beliefs and clear energy and help open this up for you. So if any of that's coming up for you, please type it below in the comments. And then if you're watching, excuse me, if you're watching this later and you're not live, that's cool. Still type down and below and I can respond with a clearing or a comment or something that can help you shift that energy. I love doing that live and seeing like, what's that little quick tweak that we could make, or the belief that we can clear, or the story we can step out of, and then everything will shift. It happens all the time, like practically every day. Marie says, it makes so much sense. I hate pushing, and as in my last comment. Oh, in your last comment, give me one moment. Not being pushy and use the affirmations. Okay, yeah. And then Marie Louise, do you see it come up anywhere with like clients or in your life or anything like that? If not, that's cool, but if it does, let me know and we can clear a little bit on that. So if you'd love to get at a way deeper level this idea of like how do you pull energy and how do you do that, maybe not masterfully, but how do you begin to approach mastery? And if you'd like to clear those beliefs and if you want to get into that flow of energy and really take your business to the next level, you're in luck. There are 2 more spots left for the Business Accelerator group, which starts on Tuesday. So not tomorrow, but the next Tuesday. There's currently 2 spots left. If you'd like info about that, just let me know down below or send me a private message and I can send you the link. It's been amazing. We just finished a group and the feedback that's coming in has been awesome. Almost everybody has signed up new clients, or everyone that's given me feedback so far, signed up new clients and ease with sales, knowing their worth, or rather the worth of their work, the value of their work, and just having more joy in their work. So if you'd like more of that, let me know in the comments or in a private message. And so Marie said, would love some clearing. Okay, great. So Marie, specifically on what? So I know that you don't want to be doing the push, and you've tried to push with, or you've experienced that you don't want to be pushy when using affirmations, and that you hate pushing, as in your last comment about the affirmations. But is there anywhere else specifically that pushing comes up for you where you notice that you do it, you don't want to do it anymore, you want to step out of the pushiness and you want to step into the flow, or as I call it, the energy pulling? Is there a specific area of your life or your business where you'd love to be in more of a pull energy and less of a push? Lauren says, true, I was in that group. Oh yeah, so Lauren right here on the live was actually in the previous Business Accelerator group and she had some amazing results show up. And Lauren, you can even, if you want to be bold and type in and let people know, that'd be awesome. Shameless self-promotion. Marie says, clearing about where to go. I feel like I don't know what I want. Oh, okay. There we go. So Marie, the belief that life doesn't have your back, that you cannot flow with life, you've got to push through life. Ow. Would you be willing to destroy that at the point of creation? And on the flip side, Marie, the belief that if you push, you'll never get what you want. That pushing is always wrong. Oh, that's actually got way more energy on it. Would you be willing to destroy that at the point of creation? Lauren said, feeling like I have to convince people. So Lauren, was that something that shifted in the last program or something that you're looking to shift now in this video? So yeah, Marie, that's actually coming up as way more true, this feeling of that you're not allowed to push, that it's never okay to push. And that might be through push fatigue. You know, it might be through, maybe you've been pushing a whole bunch lately in life and it's been exhausting you. And so now you've decided something like, maybe not even consciously, but subconsciously, like, I'm done with pushing. No more pushing. I'm done with the pushing. I don't want to push anymore. And so with that kind of belief in mind, or that kind of belief or story operating, you're not going to see the places where pushing is totally appropriate. So just, total truth moment here. It is a new thing for me to be promoting my upcoming courses in these Facebook Lives. I've heard everything about like, you should never promote anything on your personal profile. If you're gonna do it, it has to be in these ways. You definitely have to practice it like 20 times before you say it. I haven't done any of that. I didn't do it very well, and I've already done, I think, 2 shameless promotions or plugs for the next upcoming program in this video. I didn't plan it. I didn't write it out. I didn't anything. It's a little, for me, it's a little bit of a push. There's a little bit of that knot in my stomach of like, oh no, they're gonna think I'm doing sales and that's bad. And then I just remind myself, yes, I am doing sales. I want people in this program. It's been miraculous so far. The more people, the better. So I had to push, and I still have to push just a little bit just to get me there. Now, if I did it, and it still felt awful afterwards, or I finish this video and I go, oh gosh, no, I would look at that. Either my program's not that great and I'm lying to myself, or the way that I did it wasn't great and I'm not aligned with that. I would look at it, but at the moment it feels really good. It just feels exciting and expansive and like, ooh, I get to be more bold in my invitations with people to come and join my programs. That's cool. So I did a little bit of push, and then I spend the rest of the time in pull. I hope that makes sense. Just got to scroll back up a little bit because I saw that Marie says, yes, feel I have to flip everything. So Marie, do you mean like you have to flip everything in your life or that you have to flip everything so you don't push? And feel that's why I'm in a state of not knowing what is next. Is OG what I want? I feel like you, I don't want to be pushing. Don't know if OG was short for something. I feel that's why I'm in a state of not knowing what the next step is, what I want. Give me just a minute here, guys. I feel I have to flip everything. State of not knowing what is next, what I want. Well, Marie, you're confusing me a little bit. So that might mean that you actually don't want to shift yet, that you're not yet willing to shift what there is to shift, or I'm just not, or I'm just not understanding you. So let's go from both angles. So Marie, if you were super clear, oh, Danish came in. Oh, I get it. Language barrier. No worries, Marie. So see if you can explain that a little bit more, and I have a clearing for you that might be really helpful. So Marie, what would you have to deal with that you really don't want to deal with if you got very clear on what's next? Oh, that hit everybody. Everyone who is live and everyone who will be live in the future. Oh, jeez. And Marie, you don't have to share that below. If that's just for you, that's totally fine. But I want you to think about that. And it might not come up right away, and that's okay. But you could do a little bit of journaling afterwards of this as well, and then come back to this part of the video. So if you were totally crystal clear on what was next, what would you have to deal with that you really don't want to deal with? So for me, I've gotten really clear that this business accelerator group is the bomb. It's freaking awesome. And that scares the crap out of me. Because now it's time to move to the next level and actually promote it and actually bring it up if this makes anyone else uncomfortable when you think of doing this for your own work, we're on the same page, we're on track. It makes me uncomfortable, then I have to run Facebook ads because I've heard everything great about them and I have a good feeling about them, so I don't have to, I want to. And it's like, but now I've got to learn Facebook ads, and there's all these things that I'll have to do, and not have to, but there's all these things that I will do that are uncomfortable, or they're new, or they require time or learning, all these things that I don't want to deal with. So those are part of the reasons why I haven't gotten really clear on a program that really works for clients over the last 3 years. I kept trying things that didn't work and trying things that didn't work because there were all these things I didn't want to have to deal with. I didn't want to let go of my stories of struggle, that I'm the underdog, that I'm always failing, that I'm always trying and striving but never arriving. That's changing. I'm arriving. And it's been hella uncomfortable, especially over these last 20 days. I've been arriving. And it's really so I have to deal with that. So Marie, when you get super clear on what's next for you, what will you have to deal with that you don't want to deal with? And everything and all the energies that tell you that will be painful, scary, or unsafe. Would you be willing to destroy that at the point of creation? And if you want to let me know in a private message, if it's too private to share that, you could do that there or in an email as well. Now I want to scroll up to Lauren, and I think we're going to finish off on what Lauren, after we look at what Lauren wrote. But also for anyone who's watching this, there's also a guide to expansion, a PDF that I created. It goes through the 6 spheres that come up for healers, life coaches, speakers, authors, anyone who's doing healing or holistic work. I identified 6 spheres that come up for all of us. Just after working with hundreds of clients, saw these same 6 spheres come up again and again and again. So I made this PDF to help people shift through those, and it really works. So if you'd like that, it's free, and just comment below and say, yes, I want the guide to expansion, send me a private message, whatever you like, and I can get that to you as well. It's a great kind of first step towards really shifting all of this. So if you haven't got it yet, it's called the Guide to Expansion. That wasn't an energy burp, that was just my lunch. I will get that to you. So Lauren said, still a little resistance with the convincing thing, but the group helped me with confidence and happiness in getting clients, especially not needing them to need me. Awesome, amazing, but you still got a bit of resistance on convincing people. You said, but still a little resistance with people that don't already know me. Oh, okay. So Lauren, the belief that people have to know, like, and trust you before they'll buy from you. Oh my God, the resistance of that. The belief that that's the only way that it is. Would you be willing to destroy that at the point of creation? So I'll never forget, I bought this thing from a healer once. I don't want to give too many details because, yeah, I don't want anyone to know. I don't necessarily know, like, or trust this woman. I think I trust her. I don't really know her. Don't necessarily like her. But I spent a fair amount of money with her and got amazing results in a short period of time. I didn't, like I say, I didn't really know her. I didn't really like her necessarily. I basically trusted her, but not even fully. And I still got amazing results. And I paid her a bunch of money. So the belief that people have to know, like, and trust you before they'll buy from you. Would you be willing to destroy that at the point of creation? Last comment from Marie, and then we're going to finish up. So Marie, I have this whole new concept lined up, and I just need to push the button, but the last few months, I just don't feel for it. I know it's a great idea, but I think that all the steps you are taking about no, I don't want to take, but if you tell me I can launch the new portal and not being pushy, I will push the button. Okay, I think I get that. Oh, fear you'll drown in work. I'm so cute. Oh, thanks, Marie. Okay, so Marie definitely sent me a private message, and let's see if this next group program could be for you, because that's the kind of space that we hold. Oh, and we're also adding for this group remote energy clearing on a weekly basis. So, and because it sounds, and the reason I thought of that is because it sounds like when you're talking about you have this new concept, just need to hit the push, but just don't feel like it for the last few months. To me, that would speak to like other energies or what you might call entities or other energetic influences that are screwing you up, stealing your joy, stealing your energy. And so it's been really tough to push through that. So that could definitely be part of what's going on. And that is a huge part of what that remote energy clearing will address on a weekly basis to help everyone have better forward momentum and movement in their businesses. So would definitely love to talk to you more deeply about that, because I think it could be a really good fit. But for now, because I never want to leave people hanging, for now, oh, and I should say, and this is the very last thing we're going to cover because this has been a long video today, I should say the only way that we get entities or negative energies or anything like that, the only way we get them is when we have a belief or a story that allows them to attach. That's it. It's not because we're so awesome and amazing that we are attracting the dark because we're so light. That is some people's belief and story. It's not mine. So see what feels light and what feels true for you. If the other story feels light and true for you, keep it. If this one feels lighter for you, try this one on. So we only get those entities or negative energies when we've already got a belief or a story that is allowing them to come in and attach. So very quick example, I had suffered from depression for a long, long time. And once I realized my beliefs around it and I let those go, now I saw every time that I would get a hint of depression and I sucked it in or took it on from someone else, it was because I hadn't quite dealt with those beliefs and stories. And when I did, I can be around depressed people and I'm just fine now. I don't take on their stuff. I don't take on their energy. So for Marie, the belief that you have no choice. Oh, there we go. It's going to be a good one for you and for everyone. The belief that you have no choice but to take on the crap from other people. That being the bigger person, the more spiritual person, means eating shit from others. Ow! That belief, would you be willing to destroy that at the point of creation? Okay. That's been a good video. If this has been good for you, if this has been as good for you as it has for me, please comment below. Let me know. Especially if you've been here from the start of the video, because this has been long. I think this is like 25 minutes going on. It's kept going, and your energy has been amazing for everyone who's been live today. Thank you so much. If you have any questions about the Guide to Expansion or the Business Accelerator group, let me know in the comments or in a private message. Would love to see you at either. And have an amazing day. And I'll see you here tomorrow at around 12 o'clock. Well, sorry, 12 o'clock my time, 11 o'clock your time, Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, have an amazing day. Marie says, wow, yes, I will. Okay, great. Awesome. Thanks, Marie. See you soon. Bye-bye for now.